What's up guys, Alec here, and in this video I'm going to show you a new tool that will help you get a lot more reach, engagement and DMs. Now the reach, engagement and DMs that you're going to be getting is going to be authentic, it's going to be real DMs from real people, but the way you get it isn't so organic. It's using a tool, and this tool is called Hypervote. Now what is Hypervote? That is a good question. It's a bot that automates story actions. So by now you must have heard of Mass Looking, which is a software that automates your account watching millions of stories every single day. Hypervote is a similar kind of tool, but except instead of getting engagement by viewing millions of stories, you get engagement by engaging with them. Hypervote will engage with targeted followers' stories by voting on their polls, voting on their sliders, reacting to the stories and replying to their questions. So now you have a rough idea of what it is and how it works. I'm going to basically show you the tool and then show you some of the results I've gotten myself. So you're going to want to go to the link that I'm going to mention in the description, which is igmassviewing.com, and it takes you to this website. Now first of all, I'm going to go over the pricing. Now the cheapest package is $10 a month, which you can use Hypervote on one account. The second one is $25 a month, which you can use on up to 3 accounts. Then you have up to 10 accounts, which is $50 a month. And then you have the unlimited package, where you can have pretty much unlimited accounts for only $100 a month. If you just want to try this tool out quickly, I suggest doing the $10 a month package, but if you've tried it out and you want to go big with this, or you've got multiple accounts, I highly suggest the unlimited pack. The unlimited pack is also great if you are a marketing agency and you're trying to offer this service and sell it on to other people. So basically what you could do with Hypervote is pay for the unlimited pack, which is $100 a month, and then even if you got on like 5 clients, when you charge them like $20 to $50 each a month, you'd be making money yourself basically. So that's also a quick way that you could make a little extra bit of side income. Just get the unlimited pack and sell off this Hypervote service to other people, because this tool is still quite underground and not many people have heard of it. I only recently came across it myself, but I thought I'd just give you guys that info as a quick side note. So anyway, to sign up, what you want to do is you want to hit the sign up button on the top right, and then you literally just want to fill out all your information. I've already made an account, so I'm just going to log in right here. And then once you have your account, you just want to click on your name in the top right corner once you are logged in. Then once you are logged in, you have 3 tabs on the right. So we're going to go all the way to the bottom tab, which is the actual Hypervote tool, and then you just click on that. Once you've clicked on the tab all the way on the left, you're then within the Hypervote tool, and the first thing you have to do is to add an account. And to add a new account, it's pretty easy. You just have to enter your username. You do have to enter your password, but I've tried this tool myself and so far I deem it safe. And then you also have the option to add a proxy if you want to. This way, if you're using your account from a specific location, you can also use a proxy from that specific location. This basically just kind of makes it look even more authentic to Instagram. But for this account, I decided not to use a proxy. And if you don't use a proxy, this Hypervote tool seems to log in from Florida. So if you're from America and from Florida, that's really good for you. But even so, if you're from America, it doesn't look too bad. Me, because I'm from Europe and it's coming all the way from Florida, it looks a little sketchy. But again, you can always just get yourself a proxy for like a few bucks a month. But even though I'm not using a proxy, I haven't encountered any issues so far. So once you've logged in with that account, you then have to give your 6-digit code that you get sent to your email or either your phone to Hypervote. This is so they can get past the 2-factor authentication and they can then start performing actions from your account. So now we can see here that our account has been added to the Hypervote tool. So again, we just want to click back onto the Hypervote tool, which is the little icon on the bottom left of the screen. And then you have a few different settings you can change before you actually get started with the tool. So first of all, we've got the targets. And because my account is a fan page for Lil Peep, the only target I've used to test this account is Lil Peep. He has 4 million followers, so I deem that easily enough for this Hypervote tool. I also added another Lil Peep fan page because people who already follow one fan page are more likely to follow another. And then third, I also added my page. That way I'm actually engaging with people that already follow my account. Oh, and funny thing is I'm actually wearing a Lil Peep hoodie right now. So as you can tell, I'm a big fan myself. I would follow a Lil Peep fan page. But next up, we then have the active services, the boxes that you can click. So here we have the poll votes, question answers, slider points, and then quiz answers. Basically, tick whichever ones you want to be performing. If you want to vote on any poll that Hypervote comes across, you click poll votes. If you want to answer questions, you click question answers. But then here you have to actually input a field of text that you want to be replying to those questions. So this one's a little different due to the fact that you never know what people are going to ask. The only thing that I've done with this account is that I've just put a black heart, just because I'm like, I wouldn't know how to answer anything. Like, if someone's like, oh, how are you guys feeling today? The only thing you can really answer is an emoji. So if you're using this tool, I highly suggest just using emojis. Then you have the slider points. This is when you react to the slider. And then the quiz answers. This is when it's a multiple choice thing. Again, I suggest having all of these active except question answers at first, but I decided to use question answers as well just to try out the tool. So as you can see, I chose a black heart for this tool. Next up is the passing speed. Now this isn't how many stories you'll be engaging with, because if you were engaging with 400,000 accounts, it's like sending 400,000 DMs, instant ban. The passing speed is how many stories will be looked at to find polls, slider points, and all of that. So to try this out, I decided to put it on the maximum speed because, again, I'm testing this tool to make sure that it is safe and it does work. So I put it on the maximum speed, and then right at the bottom I just hit the status of active. Now I've done that, my account is officially running with Hypervote. Now I'm going to look at some of the results. Obviously that screen capture was from a few days ago, so I have some results to show you today. So as you can see from the screenshots here, I got 3 mentions in people's stories. In this screenshot I was at a total of 5 mentions for this one account at the same time, which is really high for me. I've never had more than 2 mentions at the same time in people's stories. And I also really love this new feature that Instagram have got where you can see all the mentions at the top of your activity feed. Also, you can see from this screenshot that I've received a lot of DMs. I've been getting a lot more DMs than usual. Often people start a conversation from me reacting to their stories. Oftentimes it's followers. I also get a lot of followers that say thank you for me sending a heart to their question or things like that. I get a lot more engagement. As you can see, this works because the fact that I've already got 5 mentions in other people's stories, this just shares my page. It just basically gets it out there. Being tagged as stories by real people is really beneficial. So using this tool really helps a lot when it comes to increasing your engagement. It helps me keep my current followers engaged because I set Hypervote to engage with the people that follow my account, and then it also helps me get new people engaged with my profile and turn them into potential followers. People will basically just appreciate the fact that you're engaging with their story. Now, the big question is this tool safe? So using a bot like this is against Instagram's guidelines, just like any other bot out there, any other automation tool, any other Instagram boost tool, you name it, it's against Instagram's rules and regulations. This means that your account could get you potentially banned, just like following and unfollowing. Anything that you do too much of on Instagram could get you banned. Now, I'm not trying to convince you to use this tool, but if you use it, you just got to make sure that you're safe with it, just like any other tool. Just like if you were to be using Jarvee, just like if you were to be using Mass Looking, Hypervote is just the same. You've just got to make sure you don't abuse the limits of the platform. I've done a lot of research online and I've watched a couple of other videos about this, and I've only read one comment about someone's account getting banned from this, but we can never be too sure if it was due to the tool. We can never be too sure if it was just a random ban, or the person just could have been running it way too much on one account that was like a week old. We can't really tell for sure, basically. Have I encountered any issues myself? No. The only thing I've come across is an action block, but then I used to get those on this account even when I wasn't running any automation. And the best thing about Hypervote is that when you do encounter an action block, it will automatically stop your account and then start it over again for you later on. Like, I think it's either between 12 and 24 hours later. So if I go back into the Hypervote tool and I click on the activity log, I can basically see all the actions that my account has performed. So here you can basically see that I've sent too many API requests. Basically, I've got an action block, and Hypervote basically says we're going to take a 12-hour break from Hypervote, and after that we'll try again because I've reached the Instagram limits. If I'm using another type of automation, I should decrease the Hypervote speed and I'll then find my golden ratio. So basically this is what I did. I went back into my settings and then I decreased it down to 200 stories a day, and then I also decided to pause Hypervote every day between half midnight and 4:30 in the morning. That way it's performing a few less actions. If I don't encounter any issues, then I'm going to bump up that passing speed. With any automation, I always suggest having at least a 6-hour break every day. I think that really helps. But back into the activity log, I can basically see the amount of actions and everything that has been performed with my account here. As we can see, I've been sending black hearts to a lot of questions. I've been tapping poll votes, which is just really good for me. And then if I click in the stats, we can basically see that the amount of actions this account has performed every day for which accounts, what followers, etc. So that is the Hypervote tool, the newest growth tool that I've come across for Instagram. If you are interested in signing up for this tool, like I said, the link is going to be in the description below. If you do sign up through that link, it is an affiliate link, so I get a little bit of commission if you decide to purchase the service. So I would be very grateful if you are thinking about doing it and considering it. Please use the link in the description. It helps me make more of these videos, it helps support my channel, and I'm just very grateful for it. So that's the video for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, hit the like button. If you have any questions about this video, about this tool, or anything else about Instagram, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.